When we hear Medusa, most of us think of a woman with snakes for hair that turns anyone who glances upon her into stone. Although that is true, it wasn't always the case. Born on the island of Sarpedon to the primordial sea deity's forces in Ceto, Medusa, unlike her siblings, who were all monsters, was a beautiful young maiden inexplicably blessed with fair skin and golden hair. Being the sole mortal of her siblings, she was at the mercy of the gods, and in the hope of gaining their favor, she became a priestess of Athena, a goddess of wisdom and war, a role that required a vow of celibacy and absolute devotion. Under the watchful eyes of Pallas, Medusa tended to her local temple and devotees with great care and love, but what truly brought in the natives and foreigners to its sacred grounds was her ever-increasing beauty. All people wanted was to catch a glimpse of the priestess, whose locks were said to rival that of Athena herself. With the crowds came swarms of lustful men, eager to take Medusa's hand in marriage, yet she remained loyal to her goddess and rejected all proposals. As news of Medusa's beauty spread like wildfire, they eventually made their way to Poseidon, the ruler of the sea, who at the time had been quarreling against Athena. Emerging from his deep kingdom, Poseidon laid his eyes on the young priestess, and either driven by lust or planning to strike a blow against his foe, he began to woo Medusa. Many have been unable to withstand the honor of being desired by a god, but Medusa clung to her determination and held out against Poseidon's temptations for the longest time until she could no longer. Some accounts say that her will eventually succumbed to his allure, while most agreed that Poseidon stormed Athena's sacred sanctuary and took her priestess by force, breaking Medusa's vows of chastity within the very temple she had sworn them. This made Athena furious, and in a helpless rage, the goddess cursed Medusa, transforming her once unparalleled beauty into a ghastly visage, similar to that of the other Gorgons. Furthermore, the goddess then cast a dire spell upon them, ensuring that any living creature that dared to glance upon the Gorgon sisters would be turned to stone from head to toe in an instant. After the grotesque transformation was complete, in place of her former self was a winged woman with broad, round head, glowering eyes, a gaping maw, a protruding tongue, immense fangs, swinish tusks, flaring nostrils, brazen talons, and scaly skin with writhing serpentine locks of hair that hissed and snapped their bared teeth. Cowed by her new form, Medusa fled to the wilds, to the forgotten cavern of her kin, where she was welcomed with open arms and the venomous embrace of her sisters. However, as stories of the new mortal Gorgon spread to distant shores, even beyond the Mediterranean Sea, many heroes seeking fame crossed the Gorgonian plains to slay her. One certainly could have, had it not been for her sister's guidance and fierce protection, in particular Steno, the eldest Gorgon, who was said to have slaughtered more men than both of the others combined. Sadly, their protection wasn't enough, as someone eventually did murder her, but that's a story for another time.